Hi guys, it's Minx here. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, thank you, but I wanted to make this video. It's probably got a slightly clickbait title, which may be why you clicked it, but it's a really important video, probably the most important one I've made in a long time, and wanted to talk to you guys who watch my content one-to-one, and hopefully most of you are going to listen. So this channel's been struggling for a while. I'll just do a brief history of my YouTube channel, I suppose. I think a lot of you don't know, but I had a channel back in the day, like 2006 time. I did horror games. I was one of the first horror channels. I was one of the first channels to do a playthrough of Amnesia. It had crazy views back in the day, like millions we're talking. And I was genuinely a pretty big channel for the time. And then I stopped doing stuff for a while and came back with this channel you have here, the TheRPGMinx one, and that did okay. It never did like super well like my old channel did because there's a lot more people doing stuff on YouTube by that point. But you know, it did okay, and I did full-length Let's Plays of spooky stuff to begin with. And then one day, thanks to a good friend of mine, Cry, who I still consider a good friend, who's a really lovely guy, Cry. I'm sure most of you know Cry is. I got to do some content with Pewds. And I guess to a certain degree the rest is history. Like I got much more well known on like the Let's Playing scene. I got to do that era of Gmod, and I made this my living. You know, I started making really good money from YouTube for that period in particular, and it was really really good. I did get a little tired. In fact, yeah, I got tired of doing Gmod after a while. It was very frustrating. I found it very repetitive. It was very difficult to try and adjust to people's schedules on the west coast of America and stuff like that too. And as a result, I stopped doing collabs. And a lot of you always ask, like, why didn't you do videos with this X person anymore? For the most part, it's usually just because we've like drifted apart, I suppose. A lot of these people were mainly, I guess, business contacts more than friends, and that was kind of a harsh lesson I learned, that once I stopped doing collabs, most people didn't want to talk to you anymore and that kind of things. So some people did, like, so some people I've worked with over the years that I still consider really good friends and shit like that, but for the most part on YouTube, people are out to make content, understandably so, and further their own, like, business or whatever. And I guess I never really addressed. I always skirt around the fucking the question when people ask me why you don't do videos with X people. But for the most part, that's why. There are still some people I think that are really cool people that I talk to on a semi-regular basis outside of doing YouTube videos. But generally speaking, that's what happened now. Regardless, so I stopped doing Gmod because I was sick to fucking death of it, and I started trying for a while to do solo stuff again, and I guess I was under the impression at the time that solo stuff would do, you know, pretty well, because, you know, a lot of people watching my videos, like hundreds of thousands of people watching my Gmod videos, you know what I mean? But then that really wasn't the case. It became clear that a lot of people didn't think I did well by myself and needed other people to bounce off and things like that. And I'm not gonna lie, like, in terms of like my like self-esteem, I suppose that gave me a big hit. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah, this is gonna totally work out, and I was completely fucking wrong. It was a terrible idea in terms of like finances, at least, and popularity of the channel to move to doing more solo stuff. It was a really really bad idea. And then the channel really looked like it was on its last legs, I would say, like at the end of 2016. Things were really, really shit. Like, really, really, really shit. But suddenly, and I don't really know why, I decided to take a month off from making YouTube videos, and suddenly I came back with Resident Evil 7 at the start of January last year, and for some reason, things fucking exploded. Like, there were like 7 months of last year, from like January to July, where I was doing solo stuff, getting insane views. I was doing fucking amazing. The best I've ever done, actually, in terms of like financially from YouTube. It was amazing. I was like, holy shit, I cracked it. I managed to do this. And I was doing a few multiplayer videos with like small channels like Messi and Doxy and people I consider really good friends that I stream with all the time now. But for the most, for the most part, I was like, holy shit, people are watching my solo stuff. This is fucking amazing. This is the greatest thing ever. What the fuck? But then it came to sort of like June, July time, and things just started to dip off. Like, stuff that I've been doing just stopped gaining traction suddenly, and people stopped watching for whatever reason. I definitely think the previous drop-off was due to me making really shit decisions when it came to my YouTube channel and not understanding my audience, and that's on me. But this one I wasn't so sure about. Like, I did Alice, which did really well, and then after that, things just went... And people started saying they weren't seeing my videos in their sub feeds anymore. People saying they had notifications on, the stupid little fucking bell thing. And they weren't getting notifications anymore, and the audience just started getting smaller and smaller over the course of the year. Me and Chrism tried to do stuff together, and obviously there's been a fan base for that when we did the videos together. But this year, generally, the last 12 months have been really shit. And it's got to a point these last few weeks where things are getting so shit that realistically, I'm not making a living from YouTube anymore. It's just not happening, and that's fair enough. You know what I mean? I've been very privileged to be able to do this for so long. I think, to a certain degree, the reason this is happening is, one, because, again, pretty shit decisions, because I didn't know what people wanted to watch. Like, I was trying to, like, turn things around, flung loads of different stuff at the channel to see what would, like, stick, and I think people get sick of that. I think people want you to stick in a niche, and I've been kind of all over the place for the last 8 months. I would say it's been pretty messy, and that's on me desperately trying to figure out something. But when it comes to other stuff, I do feel that from what I can see evidence-wise on like Twitter and people like sending me messages and stuff, people just aren't getting my videos anymore, and I'm assuming this is because a large chunk of my sub base don't watch my videos, so YouTube are like, this channel's fucked. Like, no one watches it. Why would anyone want to see this shit? And the algorithm's like, we won't bother sending this stuff out. We won't send it to notifications. We won't do that kind of thing. I mean, I'm sure some of you, by the way, are getting sub notifications and me and your subscriber feeds and all that. There definitely is a percentage of you that are. But the volume of people who sent me screenshots, in particular yesterday on Twitter when I asked, demonstrating that they never saw my shit for weeks, was insane. It was insane. And I understand why the channel's been so hard hit, especially in the last few months, and especially in the last few weeks in particular, actually. And I've come to the realization that this channel is definitely like buried in the algorithm through my own poor choices and through the fact that YouTube, the way it prioritizes content, I don't think it's particularly a good way of doing it, but whatever, like, it's just, they're a company, they don't give a fuck about me, you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about little me, you know what I mean? Like, fucking 1 million subs but 5,000 views, like, Jesus Christ, like, why would they give a shit what I think, you know what I mean? So, realistically, this channel here is fucked. It really is fucked. The Twitch channel, fortunately, has been doing really well. Twitch has been a little bit up and down, but for the most part growing solidly. Lots of new follows, lots of new people coming and checking out the show. Views have been up lately. We make good money from Twitch. We're not going to be destitute or anything like that. I may, at some point in the future, if things like downturn, have to look for a normal job, and that's fine. I had plenty of normal jobs before I did this, and I'm not expecting people to fund me so I don't have to get a normal job, as it were. If I have to get a normal job, I have to get a normal job. I'm an adult, and I'm aware of my like financial obligations, as it were. But I do want to have a little bit more of a poke at YouTube. I'm optimistic that as I did this successfully once, I can at least do this in a niche again. So, what I want you guys to do, those of you who still enjoy the content here or want to see stuff from me, maybe you're just seeing this video and you're thinking, wow, she hasn't uploaded for 6 months. What the fuck is she uploading this video now? And then you're like, holy shit, I didn't actually see any videos from her from 6 months, because that's some of the responses I managed to get yesterday, which was fucking insane. What I would very much like you to do is subscribe to a new channel that I've created. The link is in the description. It's called Two Lesbians Play. There's going to be a mix of stuff on there. I would say a mix of multiplayer stuff with Chrism, some horror stuff. We'll see, but I want to try and make it a much more like tighter niche of stuff. I think definitely multiplayer stuff, definitely horror stuff, because that's what I enjoy making ultimately. You know what I mean? Maybe a few like cringy videos here and there, but that's what's going to be on there, and that's where I intend to start uploading stuff. I'm going to probably still upload videos on here for a little while, but I'm going to try and direct pretty much traffic to going to the new channel. Like, if we can get, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers on the new channel and get 5,000 views a video, I'll be a damn sight happier than 1 million subs and 5,000 views. I really would. So, that is what I'd like you guys to do. Sorry for listening to me ramble through shitloads of shit, by the way, to get to this point, but, you know, fucking... I wanted to give you a little bit of a backing as to why I'm doing this. It seems like a crazy idea, abandoning a million sub channel, but I really think it's fucked. So, subscribe to the new channel. Videos will go up there and here, at least to begin with, and I will try and direct people to the new channel. And I really just wanted to apologize for, like, being a pretty shit YouTuber, really, over the last 8 months in particular. It's just been a case of, like, what the fuck do I do, you know? I need to have a drink. And hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and those of you who have enjoyed my content over the years, who've enjoyed the recent stuff with Chrism, or who've... If you enjoy me and Chrism together, or me by myself, there'll be stuff on the new channel for you. The Twitch streams will continue as always. The stuff from Game Wisp will continue as always. In fact, the people who pay for shoutouts on Game Wisp will get shoutouts on this channel and the other channel to begin with, because videos will go up on both. But if you have to watch the video somewhere, I'd really appreciate you subscribing and watching on the other channel. The other channel won't be monetized to begin with. I'm just going to have to be like, fuck it. I'm just going to have to survive on Twitch for a while, or survive on, like, a few savings I have and that kind of thing. That's going to be like what I have to do. Hopefully the other channel will get monetized eventually, but I'm probably going to, like, give it a month or at least a few weeks before I try and do that, because I think it's important to try and build up something there first, if that makes any sense at all. And that's it. That's it. I'm not asking people to fucking payroll me experimenting with this new channel or whatever. If you do want to support GameWisp.com/Minx, you can do one-off tips through Streamlabs as well. I always plug this shit because if it wasn't for you guys on Game Wisp, I'd be totally fucked right now. So I really appreciate the love on Game Wisp. Really do. So Game Wisp, Streamlabs, all that shit, as usual, in the description. If you want to do that, you can always subscribe on Twitch as well. That's $4.99 a month. That helps me and Chris out a shit ton as well. So check out the different options. Check out the streams if you haven't before, because they're going to be probably every day the way things are going. You're probably going to get a stream at least 5 days a week, but maybe more than that. Going to be doing one shortly, in fact. But regardless, that's it. That's what's going on. I wanted to be, like, transparent as fuck with you guys. I fucked up. As a result of me fucking up, YouTube fucked me in the arse even further, and what can you do about it? Not a lot in this instance. I can't fight fucking Google, you know? So, new channel. Subscribe. Content going up there really soon. I might re-upload the last 2 days' content there, we'll see. But, for the most part, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble. Thank you very much for listening to me rant, I guess, a little bit here as well. And I love you guys. Thanks, those of you who watch this, for fucking sticking around so long. And I'll see you really soon. Thanks.